By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down.
The Tower of Babel is a well-known story from Genesis. Pretty much everybody knows that it talks about how the languages of the world got their start and how humanity spread across the world. But an aspect of the story that I don't think English speakers tend to know is what the word Babel actually means in Hebrew. You might have realized that it sounds a lot like Babylon, but in Hebrew, Babel or Bavel means Babylon. In Genesis 11 verse 9, it said that this place was called Babel because God confused the language of the people. And it uses the fact that Bavel and the word to confuse or mix, Balal, sounds similar. So this story is not just an account of how language diversity started, but how the city of Babylon itself started. And it seems to me that a more proper name for the tower is the Tower of Babylon. What's interesting about this story is the theme of pride and the subsequent fall. And then, in the story of Daniel, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon commissioned a gold statue to show his wealth and the power of his empire. But God caused him to go crazy for a few years, humbling him. To add a bit of support to this, there is a Babylonian structure that has been proposed as the actual tower. Well, the remains of it anyway. It's called Etemenanki, a Sumerian word which means house of the foundation of heaven on earth. When Nebuchadnezzar became king, the structure was in ruins, and he continued its reconstruction, though it ended up being destroyed by the Persian king Xerxes. So to me, the Tower of Babylon story is a bit of a prequel to the account in Daniel. Maybe one of the purposes of the story was to strike back at the empire that took them from their homeland. As great as Babylon may have been, as much as they were bold enough to attack and capture the people of God, this God would always win. After all, the story goes, he had done it before, and their very name was testimony of that.